So let's get back to that story and turn now to CBC's Briar Stewart, who is at a border crossing between Iran and Turkey. And because of the technical issues in the region, Briar, we might have a bit of a delay between me speaking and you hearing me, but just give us a sense, if you can hear me, what are you seeing where you are right now? What's going on over there?
Well, Natasha, I'm right outside of the gate where people come out of Iran into Turkey. And this is where you have people that have been contracted by the office, the embassy in Turkey, to basically reach out to Canadians, any Canadians coming into Turkey, to offer if they need help with transportation, help with accommodation. And then if we walk just right over here, this is the other side of the gate. These are where people go if they're crossing into Iran. And it's quite slow at this time of day, but it was very busy this afternoon. And I would say that what kind of some local journalists have told us who've been here for the last 8-9 days, they said that this was the busiest day they've seen yet, with a lot of traffic coming out of Iran. And just a short while ago, we met an American who decided just yesterday to leave southern Iran where he was because of the fact that America had got involved and things were starting to escalate. And this is basically the situation here. Once people come out, a lot of the time they're waiting to see if they could get a ride somewhere else. There are minibuses that will take them to the nearest city, which is the city of Van. It's about an hour and 20 minutes away. And what consular staff from Canada are saying, that one of the biggest challenges has been reaching out to people because there has been connectivity issues in Iran. People haven't had access to the internet, so they've been trying to send SMS messages to Canadians, using different social agencies to distribute leaflets, because of course there is no embassy in Iran. That's one of the main issues. Now, this is a pretty busy border crossing. It's just one of a few in Turkey. We also know that Canadians have crossed out of Iran into Armenia. There's about over 60 that have crossed into Azerbaijan. That border is technically closed, so each time a Canadian citizen takes that route out, the Canadian government is notified, because there has to be a case of special permission. In terms of this border, it's really unclear just how many Canadians have come out, because they're really only tracking those that have been registered and those that ask for help. And I will say, Natasha, too, that one of the issues is that because you have so many people using the land border crossings because the airspace is closed, that there's a real shortage of accommodation. All the hotels are fully booked, and flights out of the nearest city of Van are sold out really for a number of days this week. So you have some that are coming out of here choosing to then get on a bus ride that could last up to 30 hours to get to Istanbul, so they can catch a flight out of Turkey and onward to their destination in Canada.
And Briar, as we've been reporting, there are many Canadians in Iran right now who are trying to get out, or Canadians here who are trying to find out if their loved ones have made it to a border like yours. So you've been able to speak to some of these people. What are they telling you?
Yes, the Canadian Embassy today has been running a minibus shuttle to the nearest largest city, and we're told that about 20 Canadians came out today and signed up basically for that transportation. A few hours ago, there was a family that came out, a man along with his father-in-law and mother-in-law, and they were in the northern part of Iran, and they had left the south, went to the north because they thought it was an area that was going to be safer. But as things started to deteriorate, as there were more strikes, he decided that now was the time to go. Take a listen to some of my interview with him.
Actually, there was too much attack last night in Tabriz, and even this morning, and it was very trouble. Voices and defense system and the bombing in Tabriz, and then here I heard a lot of bombing in Tehran area, and we prefer to move today morning to out of country to come back home in Toronto.
And as I mentioned, there's a lot of people that are coming out, but we have seen quite a few go in as well. It's because you have people that are separated from their families and they need to return home. There's a lot of Iranian students that study in Turkey. We've certainly seen a lot of them make the journey back in. And also just Iranians that were out of the country on vacation or on other kind of business trips heading back in as well. So I'd say there is traffic both ways, but certainly the crowd leaving Iran today has been the most numerous, and as locals say, it's been the busiest day rather in the last week and a bit.
CBC's Briar Stewart at a Turkish border with Iran. Thanks so much, Briar.